Statistics shows that 56% of sexually induced divorce cases involved one party having an obsessive interest in pornographic websites. Today we're going to talk about pornography, the myths of pornography, the effects of pornography, and the best way to deal with pornographic addiction. My name is Vera Chikezie-Oke. I'm the sexologist for wholesome sexuality, and I'm here to teach you about sex in a wholesome way, all-encompassing. Sex as it affects you, your life, your health, your relationship with yourself, your spouse, and your God. Have you liked? Have you subscribed? Have you shared? Talk to somebody today about wholesome sexuality. But this starts with you clicking on the bell right there that says subscribe. Now let's talk about sex. So today we're talking about pornography in marriage. Porn in marriage. First, what is pornography? Who can help? It's going to be interactive as we can. So who can help me? If you know what pornography is, let me see it in the comment section. So pornography is a visual representation of what should or what can or what is supposedly happening sexually. That's pornography. Pornography can be images, can be erotic images, it can be videos, it can be musically induced. Pornography is a menace. Pornography is fast dealing and damaging relationships. So it's harmful and it affects both you, the person who engages in, and also affects your relationship with your spouse. Now, myths about porn. I laugh because I hear a lot, and it's so funny when people say pornography is used to spice up your sex life. I'm like, are you for real? Do you learn how to drive a car by watching Formula One? If you don't know what Formula One is, okay, do you learn how to drive a car by watching car racing? No. So when you say you use porn to spice up, I wonder. Another myth about it is, a little of porn never hurt anyone. Are you kidding me? Do you taste and remove your hand? How? It doesn't only hurt you, it hurts every or any relationship you go into. Another myth says, don't worry. Once I get married and have my spouse, I will stop looking at porn. Once you pop, you can't stop. I have people that are, will I say, addicted to granules. Once they have a bottle of granules and they start chewing, they never stop until the bottle is empty. So the replacement of porn with a spouse does not stop you from watching porn. Oh, another myth. My spouse struggles with porn because of me. Hold it. You are not responsible for any obscene desires that your spouse has. You are not responsible. Don't hold yourself responsible. You are not even responsible to correct it. Because you have people that say, oh, my spouse loves watching porn. He's watching porn because I'm not able to satisfy him. Hello, darling. You are not the problem. Your spouse is responsible for whatever desires and fantasies that he or she has. You are not the problem. Now let's move into the effects of porn use in marriage. Remember, pornography is a wrong representation. It's a false representation of what sex is. You also remember that I've said that the best way to be good in sex with your spouse is learning and understanding your own spouse. Good. That being said, one of the effects of pornography in marriage is it decreases satisfaction with sex. When your spouse or you have watched porn for so long, or even if you just watched it once or twice, right, there's some sort of desires, it gives you unrealistic desires that you begin to expect from your spouse who is not a porn star. The second effect is porn-induced erectile dysfunction. Now you have people who have watched porn, men who have watched porn for so long that the only thing that gets them aroused is pornography. So if you like, as their spouse, swing from fan to fan, hang your leg from here to there, nothing excites them until they watch porn. So when you're trying to have intercourse with that particular spouse, you're wondering, he's not getting erect. My darling, you are not a porn star. That's why he's not getting erect. Until he watches the porn, he wouldn't function properly. Another effect of pornography is jealousy or comparison. I don't know, I've said it over time that every time you or your spouse watch, or even because the question now comes, what if we watch it together? When you watch it together, you both are developing desires separately. Now you begin to compare your spouse. Oh, my husband is not lasting long, as compared to who or what? You've watched a porn video where the man went on for hours and you believe that there was no copy and paste. You believe that there was no cut action. Really? Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's not true. Then you start comparing your spouse. Is this how your mates are doing it? Who is his mate, please? Bend, you cannot bend. Is this how your other women are doing it? You cannot even hold this table properly. She's not a porn star, sir. She's not. Another effect is the escalation into the real world. Extramarital sexual encounters. So you have watched porn for so long and you now have the expectation that there are people out there that are better than your spouse. And then that desire inside of you begins to push you to test the waters and see, as she's not bending well, there was somebody that can bend better. As she doesn't have stamina, there's somebody, if I watched it here that this person is doing it, that means there's somebody out there that can do it. And that's how you wander away. Porn will just be carrying you go where you don't know. Please come back. Another effect is the financial strain. Oh yes, you think you're just watching it online. You're not using data to watch it. Are you not using data to watch it? You buy CDs. In those days, they used to go and rent CDs. Where you have those days of video clubs. You go to a video club, you rent CD. Is it not money you're using? It's not transport you used to go there to rent the CD. Is it not lights? Is it not power you're using to watch it? Is it not data you're using to watch it? You are spending money. And guess what? For every time you spend money, you are financing the porn industry. Research shows that that's one of the highest paying industries in the world. The devil you're playing with is not kind of playing with you. Another effect is increased loneliness and shame. Because you know that that thing you are doing is wrong, you really can't talk about it. You can't tell the next person about it. This is what I'm doing. You can't tell the person about it. And so you begin to cower in shame. You can't. Now, because sometimes the shame comes from the fact that you cannot perform until you are triggered or instigated by porn. So when you are not able to get the pornographic trigger that your body desires at that time, your performance is low, thereby bringing shame. You become ashamed of yourself. I'm not doing well. I'm not doing it well. I'm a disappointment to my spouse. For those that still have human feelings after it. And then the last is betrayal trauma. You start feeling like you have betrayed your spouse. That betrayal trauma also affects your performance. So why are we even doing this? Why? Why? The best time to deal with a porn problem is before saying, yes, I do. Don't hide it from your to-be spouse. Don't hide it. The biggest myth about porn is that marriage or sex in marriage will make a porn problem go away. That is a big lie from the devil. Yes, you will say, what's in concern devil inside? It concern is him. It's a big lie that will tell you that the moment you get married, that's the solution to your pornography problem. It's a lie. The best time to deal with a pornography issue, a pornographic addiction, is before marriage. So now how do we start to heal? Because I've said all the things about it. Now, how do we start to heal? Start the conversation. If you are in a relationship, talk to your spouse about it. If you are already married, still talk to your spouse about it. Start the conversation. Realize that your spouse controls his or her own actions. That means that you cannot say or determine how your spouse would react to that information. So it's okay for your spouse to be upset. It's okay. Don't impose. You're not understanding. You're not being empathetic. No. It's okay for your spouse to react however he or she decides to act. Then do the work to recover and rebuild trust. Whatever it takes, do the work to recover and rebuild trust. Bring others in on your story. That's get help. Make honesty an integral part of your marriage. When you start having the nudge, when you start having the feelings, when you start being triggered to watch it, talk to your spouse. Be accountable. Be accountable. And always remember that there is hope. It's not the end of the world. There is hope. Seek professional help. See you in the next video.